Hello friends, I hope you are doing well. Today I want to show you how you can create macros in Excel. This is a very powerful step because this will help you to automate some repetitive tasks at work or in personal projects, and this will save you a lot of time. So first thing first, you need first, if you have the data, you need to click File and to make sure that your workbook is saved as macro enabled. It's a different type of Excel, so you need to click Excel macro enabled workbook, and then we save that in this format. Okay, and then the next step is you need to have some data. My data is about universities, and we have the name of the university, location, rank, description, and some fees, right? And then I added 3 tabs. One is with data, one is with a pivot, colored pivot, and where I will add the pivot tables, which they will be created by the macro, and then a summary tab where I will add the buttons. So let's start with the buttons. What I'm going to do now, I'll just select everything, Control A, and then I'll just color this to be uniform, and then I'll go Insert, and then Shapes, and then I'll choose a shape. You can choose whatever you want. Hold Alt and click on the mouse, and you have a button. And then we put a name. We call this Create Pivot Table. Okay, we just arrange this to be in the middle. Maybe we'll make it bold. Maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, it's a big button, but it's grand, it's okay. Then we have the button, but this button needs to execute something. So if we click now, it's not happening nothing. So it's basically just text and some design there, some shape. Okay, in order to create a macro, we should see here saying ready, and then you see it's saying in ready mode, and then this icon here which is saying no macros are currently recording. You need to see this button here. Or another option will be to go to developer and then record macro. You have the option here, right? If you don't see this tab developer, you go to File, you go to Options, you go to Customize Ribbon, and from this list here you should see somewhere there, you should see developer. Okay, somewhere here. You just click on that like this, and you click Add, and this will be added in here in your ribbon. Okay, I have this already here. I won't do that, but you have to click Add. Okay, right. Let's start record a macro now. So now, whatever action we do in Excel, that will be recorded. Okay, so we go to Data, where we have the data. We click Control A to select the data. Click Insert. Click Pivot Table. We select Existing Worksheet because I already created the worksheet, which is this one. Okay, and I'll just choose a cell there. Okay, perfect. So now we should see the pivot table created. What we want to show, let's say we want to show the fees per universities, let's say by top 10 universities. So for that, we drag the names on the rows, we drag the rank on the filters, and we filter by top 10 universities. Okay, so we select everything and we select just the first 10. That should be okay. And then we drag fees on the values. Okay, we don't like the number how it looks, and we want to arrange them as a number, so we use comma separator, and then we leave 2 decimals. Perfect. This looks okay now. Okay, we are happy with this summary, which needs to be sent to someone in our company, or we need to send by email to someone this summary. Okay, now once we have our results here, we go to summary back where we started, and you click stop. You see saying there, a macro is currently recording, click to stop recording, and you click here. That's it. Okay. The next step is we need to link the button with our macro, right? So right click, assign macro, and I think it's number 4, and we click OK. Always will be the last one. So if you recorded something before that and you didn't change the name, there will be macro 3, 4, 5. So the latest one will be the most recent one. So that's why I figure out. So I'm going now back to pivot, and then I'll delete this just to make a test, right? And then I'm going back here, and let's do a test now. Let's click create pivot table. Okay, let's see how this looks. Exactly how we did it in the record macro, right? So everything is perfect, everything looks okay, exactly how we wanted. So we have this one. Let's do another test. Okay, so let's say we want now to show the undergraduate fees for those universities from this pivot table. Obviously, we can do it by having this pivot table and then just track this here, and we'll populate here the undergraduate fees. But for the purpose of this test, let's do it manually. Okay, let's do in a different way, right? So first, what we're going to do, we go back in our spreadsheet, we create a button, create a shape, hold Alt, and then click on the mouse, and let's say we put the title Vlookup. Because what I'm going to do, I'll use a Vlookup to bring those values by the universities. So just to make it more clear, just make this bigger, then bold, just to look the same like the other button from above. Okay, so we have the button here, perfect. And what I'm going to do, I want to bring here for those universities the undergraduate enrollment, right? So how we do that? Okay, now we have the button. Now we start recording the macro. Because we want to start from here and end here, we will go to this tab, click record, right? Okay, we go to data, we go to pivot. We just go to data, yeah, right, and we copy this undergraduate enrollment fees. We paste them here. Okay, then we do a VLOOKUP, and now I'll explain you how you can create a VLOOKUP basically. So this is very helpful. So lookup value. So the value will be this one from here because we want to look after this value. Okay, and we say, where do you want to look for this value? The table where do you want to look for this value is this one, right? When you select the whole table, and you see that is saying on the top there by 6C, that means 6 columns, so it's counting the number of columns. Keep that in mind. Okay, then comma, and now it's asking for column index number, which will be 6, because what is going to do, will count from the first column, which is the matching column, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6, so that will be 6. Okay, so we put there 6, and then we say if we want to be approximate match or exact match. So we want exact match, right? And then we close the parentheses and click enter. Okay, we have some numbers, we need to check if they are right. We drag this down. Okay, and let's say at the end here we want to make a total. Okay, and then we want to, let's say we want to format a little bit to make it like in the pivot table, right? Just to make uniform. And then those numbers, home format painter, and then Okay, just to look the same, right? We have everything now done. Okay, perfect. Now we go back to summary and we stop recording the macro. Okay, before we need to make a check. We get Columbia University, which is 6,102, and we do a first check just to make sure that the figures are right. Okay, 6,102, that's correct, right? Perfect. I will unfilter. Okay, perfect. So we have two buttons and two macros recorded. Let's do this test now. Okay, let's delete this column just to be everything empty, right? And let's do another test. First, we create a pivot. This should work. Okay, let's see if the pivot is created. We can see the pivot in there. We can see everything. It looks nice, exactly how we recorded, so in the same way. And now the next step will be to click on Vlookup. But you can see the difference. Here is showing a finger. Here is showing like it's just text and some shape design. So that means we didn't link the button with the macro. So what we're gonna do, assign macro was macro 8. We select the macro. Okay, and now it's showing a finger. So keep that in mind, right? Click. And now when we go to pivot, let's see, we can see that we have exactly how we calculated manually, and so the text is there, then the total is here. Basically it's calculating exactly how we did it. So if, let's say, someone will ask you, okay, I need this summary, you know, I wanted to see the universities and you know, the fees for the top 10 universities, and then I want to see for those universities which are in top 10, I want to see the undergraduate enrollment fees. This is what you record, and if the data is changing, you add the data in here, and then you go to summary, you click the first button. Okay, it's coming back to the buttons. You click the second button, it's coming back to the buttons, and you have your report done. In this way, you will record macro, and you can apply this to any other types of exercises what you want to do in Excel, and this will work basically with everything. Just comment below if you have a type of macros which you want to record and you have troubles, or just if you want to have some you know, like some comments, some, you know, other details about macros. Please comment below. Please subscribe, share if you appreciate my work, and yeah, just look for the next video. Thank you.